In the shadow of Rome's grand monuments and legendary conquests lies a lesser-known legacy, a collection of brilliant innovations whose origins have faded from common knowledge, yet continue to shape our modern world in profound ways. The story of these forgotten Roman technologies reveals not just the ingenuity of ancient minds, but how civilizations build upon inherited knowledge, often unaware of its origins. When Marcus Vitruvius Pollio penned his monumental work De Architectura around 15 BCE, he documented not merely architectural principles but captured the technological sophistication of the late Roman Republic. Within those ancient pages, he described inventions that would become the foundation of modern civil engineering, hydraulics, and urban planning, without most people today ever realizing their Roman origins. Consider the humble concrete beneath your feet. In 118 CE, during Emperor Hadrian's ambitious building campaign, Roman engineers perfected a revolutionary building material called opus cementitium. Unlike modern concrete which deteriorates within decades, especially in seawater, Roman marine concrete has endured for 2 millennia. At the ancient port of Caesarea in modern Israel, harbor structures built under Herod the Great around 25 to 13 BCE still stand firm, their concrete actually strengthening over time. The secret, rediscovered only in 2017 by scientists at the University of Utah, was the Romans' use of volcanic ash mixed with quicklime and seawater, creating a material that forms strengthening mineral crystals when exposed to seawater. This chemical reaction, lost for centuries after Rome's fall, represented a technological achievement modern engineers have struggled to replicate. Quintus Tiberius, a master builder during Emperor Trajan's reign, 98 to 117 CE, supervised construction of the massive port at Ostia, employing this remarkable concrete. Historical records from 115 CE describe his innovative technique of creating underwater foundations by filling wooden forms with this special concrete mixture, allowing it to set while submerged, a method virtually identical to modern submarine concrete pouring. Our harbors must withstand not just today's storms, but those that will rage centuries hence, Quintus reportedly declared to his engineering team. His words prove prophetic, as these structures have indeed survived millennia of Mediterranean tempests. This durability represents more than technical prowess, it demonstrates the Romans' long-term thinking about infrastructure, a perspective increasingly relevant in our era of disposable construction. Their buildings were not designed for decades, but for centuries. Roman hydraulic engineering similarly transformed human civilization in ways we rarely acknowledge. In 312 BCE, Appius Claudius Caecus commissioned Rome's first major aqueduct, the Aqua Appia. By the 2nd century CE, Rome boasted 11 major aqueducts delivering over 300 million gallons of fresh water daily, an amount comparable to modern cities with advanced infrastructure. The principles of water distribution, pressure management, and gravity-powered delivery systems developed by Roman engineers like Sextus Julius Frontinus, who documented them around 97 CE, form the backbone of modern municipal water systems. His detailed treatise De Aqueductu reads remarkably like contemporary engineering specifications, showing how water could be transported across vast distances through precisely calculated gradients. What is often forgotten is that these Roman aqueducts did not merely transport water, they created entirely new possibilities for urban living. Cities could grow beyond the immediate vicinity of natural water sources, populations could concentrate in unprecedented numbers, and public health improved dramatically through regular access to clean water. When we open a tap today, we are benefiting from Roman hydraulic principles, though few recognize this ancient lineage. The pressurized water systems in modern buildings descend directly from Roman designs, albeit with electric pumps replacing human labor. Perhaps most remarkable among Rome's forgotten innovations is their sophisticated road network. By 200 CE, the Romans had constructed over 250,000 miles of roads across 3 continents, with 50,000 miles of these being fully paved highways. This represented the largest integrated transportation system the world would see until the 19th century. What made Roman roads revolutionary was not merely their extent but their construction technique. The method documented in 51 BCE by Julius Caesar's engineers involved excavating roadbeds several feet deep, then filling them with successive layers of rubble, gravel, sand, and finally large, precisely fitted paving stones, all slightly crowned for drainage and built upon foundations designed to withstand frost heave in northern provinces. This multi-layered approach to road construction remains the fundamental principle behind modern highway engineering. When highway departments today lay down subgrade, base course, and wearing surface layers, they are following Roman precedent, often without realizing it. The economic impact of this transportation revolution cannot be overstated. Roman roads reduced transportation costs across the empire by an estimated 40%, according to studies of price differentials in surviving market records from different provinces. This created the ancient world's first truly integrated market economy spanning multiple continents. The standardization of infrastructure across vast territories, from Britain to Egypt, Spain to Syria, created a framework for commerce that would not be equaled until the Industrial Revolution. When modern logistics companies plan continental shipping networks, they are building upon principles the Romans pioneered. Beyond these visible achievements, Rome developed sophisticated management systems that continue to influence modern organizational structures. The Roman postal system, the cursus publicus, established under Emperor Augustus around 20 BCE, maintained way stations, mansions, at regular intervals along major roads, where messengers could obtain fresh horses and accommodations. This systematic approach to communication infrastructure created the world's first integrated information network, allowing a message to travel from Rome to Constantinople in less than 2 weeks, a speed of information transmission that would not be surpassed until the telegraph in the 19th century. The techniques developed for managing this complex network, including relay systems, standardized procedures, and hierarchical reporting structures, formed the template for modern postal services and, by extension, influenced how we structure large organizations today. In the realm of public health, Rome's contributions remain equally underappreciated. Archaeological excavations at military camps like Vindolanda near Hadrian's Wall have revealed sophisticated sanitation systems dating to 85 CE. The Romans understood the connection between waste management and public health centuries before germ theory. Their military camps and cities featured public latrines, sewage systems, and regulations requiring waste removal from urban centers. The Cloaca Maxima, Rome's main sewer line constructed initially around 600 BCE but greatly expanded during the late Republic, remains partially functional today, a testament to Roman engineering longevity. These sanitation principles disappeared from European cities after Rome's fall, not to return until the 19th century, when modern public health initiatives essentially rediscovered Roman practices. Perhaps most remarkable is how Roman legal and administrative innovations continue to shape modern governance. The concept of codified law, systematic legal procedures, and the principle that laws should be written, public, and applicable to all citizens emerged from the Roman legal tradition. When Emperor Justinian commissioned the Corpus Juris Civilis in 529 CE, compiling centuries of Roman legal thought, he created the foundation for most Western legal systems. Concepts we take for granted, from contracts to property rights, procedural fairness to legal standing, derive directly from Roman jurisprudence. What makes these achievements particularly relevant today is not merely their technical brilliance but the worldview they represent. Roman engineering and administrative systems were built for longevity, designed to function across diverse environments, and created with an understanding that infrastructure serves civilization, not merely immediate needs. Maevia Eleona, a wealthy Roman patrician woman living in Anch during the reign of Septimius Severus, 193 to 211 CE, documented this perspective in letters discovered during excavations in 1952. As the owner of extensive commercial properties, she describes supervising the construction of a new market building in 203 CE. I have instructed the builders to construct foundations twice as thick as they deemed necessary, and to use only the finest volcanic ash from Puteoli for the concrete, though it costs 3 times more than local materials. This building shall serve not only my grandchildren's grandchildren, but their descendants as well. What is the purpose of wealth if not to create things of lasting value? This long-term thinking contrasts sharply with our modern tendency toward disposable infrastructure. Roman aqueducts have outlasted countless modern water systems. Their roads have survived while highways built 50 years ago crumble. Their concrete endures while our marine structures deteriorate. The difference lies not in technological capability, we possess far more advanced technical knowledge, but in societal priorities. Romans built for posterity, we often build for immediate return on investment. In fields ranging from urban planning to agriculture, Roman innovations continue to influence our world. Their city designs, with grid patterns, public spaces, and differentiated zones for commerce, worship, and governance, established urban planning principles still visible in cities worldwide. Their agricultural techniques, documented in Columella's De Re Rustica around 65 CE, included crop rotation, field irrigation systems, and selective breeding methods that formed the basis of farming practices until the Green Revolution of the 20th century. Even in seemingly minor areas, Roman influence persists unrecognized. The modern calendar we use originated with Julius Caesar's reforms in 46 BCE, with only slight modifications by Pope Gregory XIII in 1582. Our 24-hour day derives from Roman timekeeping systems. The very concept of precisely scheduled activities, so central to modern life, stems from Roman administrative practices. What these forgotten technologies demonstrate is not just Roman ingenuity, but how civilizational knowledge can be simultaneously lost and preserved. When Rome fell, many specific techniques vanished: the exact formula for marine concrete, the precise methods for constructing perfect arches without modern mathematics, the administrative systems for maintaining vast networks of public works. Yet the physical infrastructure itself remained, influencing subsequent generations who built upon Roman foundations, often literally. Medieval European towns constructed their buildings atop Roman ruins. Renaissance engineers studied surviving Roman structures to rediscover their principles. Modern urban planners unconsciously follow Roman city layouts. This pattern of knowledge transmission, where the applications survive even as the underlying principles are forgotten, offers profound insights into how civilizations build upon their predecessors' achievements, often without recognizing their debts. The story of Rome's forgotten technologies also challenges our notion of progress as linear advancement. In many cases, Roman solutions to engineering problems remained unsurpassed for centuries after their fall. Their waterproof concrete was not equaled until the 20th century. Their road construction techniques were not improved upon until modern times. Their public sanitation systems were more advanced than those in European cities as late as the 18th century. This suggests that technological development often moves cyclically rather than linearly, with knowledge gained, lost, and rediscovered as civilizations rise and fall. It reminds us that our own achievements rest upon foundations laid by previous societies, even when we have forgotten those connections. For leaders and policymakers today, the Roman example offers valuable lessons. Their success came not just from technical innovation but from systematic implementation, creating standards, establishing maintenance procedures, training specialized workers, and developing administrative systems that could be replicated across diverse territories. When Emperor Trajan ordered the construction of a new harbor at Ostia in 106 CE, he did not merely commission a port. He established procedures for maintaining it, created a dedicated revenue stream for its upkeep, trained engineers who could replicate the techniques elsewhere, and integrated it into existing commercial networks. This systems thinking approach to infrastructure development helped ensure Roman innovations would survive and spread. The contrast with many modern infrastructure projects, built to minimum specifications, with inadequate maintenance funding, and often designed for limited lifespans, could not be starker. As we face contemporary challenges from climate change to urbanization, the Roman approach to building resilient, durable systems offers valuable guidance. Their water management techniques developed for arid Mediterranean environments provide models for regions facing water scarcity. Their durable construction methods demonstrate alternatives to disposable infrastructure. The most important lesson may be temporal: the Roman willingness to invest in projects whose full benefits would accrue to future generations rather than immediate users. In an era focused on quarterly returns and election cycles, this long-term perspective on infrastructure and institutional development provides a powerful counterexample. The fate of Roman knowledge after the empire's fall also carries warnings. Much was lost not through sudden destruction but through gradual fragmentation. Specialized knowledge became concentrated in fewer hands, maintenance systems broke down, and institutions that transmitted expertise disappeared. This pattern has relevance for managing complex technologies today. Our highly specialized knowledge systems could similarly fragment under sustained stress, leading to technical regression in specific domains even as overall technological capability advances. Roman innovations continue to shape our world in countless unrecognized ways, from the concrete foundations beneath our cities to the legal principles governing our transactions, from the roads connecting our communities to the calendar organizing our lives. Their greatest legacy may be this hidden influence, the ability of well-designed systems to persist beyond their creators' civilization, continuing to shape human experience centuries after their origins have been forgotten. In this persistence lies a powerful reminder that our own society's most important contributions may not be our most visible achievements, but the fundamental systems we create that will outlast our particular moment in history. As we build the infrastructure and institutions of tomorrow, we would do well to recall the Roman engineer's perspective, designing not merely for today's needs, but for the unborn generations who will inherit our creations, perhaps without ever knowing who built them or why.